Since it's starting to get colder, I need to heat things up with a hot take and a potential angry mob with torches outside calling for my death. Today, we're taking a look at a question maybe some of you have asked yourselves. Is Chainsaw Man even good? Obviously, the answer is yes. I mean, despite how much some people hate CG in anime, and with this not even having terrible CG, there isn't a lot to dislike. But that doesn't mean this anime is perfect and is worthy of a spot on the pedestal this year or even this season. With there being 5 episodes out now, I feel that there is more than a fair sample size of what is needed to get a good feel for this anime. And this is the point of the video where I have to reiterate, for as much anime that I've watched, I've not read a single chapter of manga, no matter how much I've loved an anime. Judging Chainsaw Man from an anime-only standpoint, I can say that there are some glaring issues that need to be addressed that other shows would have by now. The first episode introduces us to Denji and Pochita and gives us a bit of a backstory, but moving ahead, the level of world building after the main character is introduced is mediocre at best. The show instead turns its focus to adding more characters to the cast and fleshing them out, and by them I mean power, and by fleshing I mean flesh. From what we have already established as Denji's motivations when he fought the Bat Devil, it really does seem somewhat of a discredit to Power's character to show the hardship that she lived through as a fiend, if you consider her life before she joined the Devil Hunters as roughing it, anyways. Chainsaw Man has almost created some sort of harem around Denji, or a loosely formed party of the likes that happens in every isekai ever, and that's a comparison that I wouldn't really want Chainsaw Man to have. That doesn't mean it won't get developed later, but we're 5 episodes in already, almost at the halfway point of the show. Even after finishing the 5th episode, this is like reaching harem levels of plot devices, honestly. And one more, honest harem, I guess, about how horny it is, but it's still not what people should be hyping up. Which, on that note, it surprises me a little, since other mainstream blockbusters like Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan definitely normalize their characters to something less extreme than how other anime do it, but still more extreme than conventional Western mainstream media. And following along with Demon Slayer, the use of CG in Demon Slayer is a lot more accepted than the use of CG in Chainsaw Man, which in the court of public opinion appears to be a black mark on its record, but personally I don't see a problem with it. I hope going forward the group gets expanded on, but with a run of 12 episodes, I'm less hopeful. I was thinking I could draw a similarity between this and Darling in the Franxx, but this isn't a Trigger show, and it's not an anime original, but kind of in the sense that the group of main cast in Darling in the Franxx was fleshed out before Trigger went Trigger on the show. All that being said though, does this make Chainsaw Man bad? No. If you take a look at all of the things that are good about Chainsaw Man, besides the obvious, the animation is great, CG and all, and that is using The Land of the Lustrous as a comparison, which is also a great show. Go watch it. It uses CG really well to make the action scenes feel very alive, and you really get that in the opening as well. To be fair, I think Golden Kamuy Season 4 is the best opening of the season, but in terms of pure entertainment, Chainsaw Man is definitely one of the most unique openings I have ever seen, and that's saying a lot because I really don't care about the soundtrack for it. Maybe I'll make a video on anime opening tier lists. Anyways, back to the positives. I also really enjoy the design of the characters and the demons. They're all quite memorable and really good waifu/husbando material, and I think that they're going to be making a lot of money on anime figure sales off of this show. I don't have a lot more to say about the anime right now, but if it continues its trajectory with how it's been set up, I think it's landing at a square 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10 for this season. So there's still room to improve. It's impossible for the show to live up to the hype that was brought out from every corner of the anime community, no matter how closeted, but that doesn't mean the show isn't good. Are there a lot of things that are lackluster? Yes, and other people will point those out to those die-hard hypebeasts for the show, but again, it doesn't mean that it's not good. I would like to see some depth introduced soon, but for now I can say that this isn't anime of the year and potentially not even anime of the season, depending on what happens with Golden Kamuy, Blue Lock, Mob Psycho. Let me know in the comments how wrong I am and why Chainsaw Man is the best show of this decade. I will certainly be watching closely as the season progresses, as I am with all of the other great shows this season. Man, the wrap-up video for fall 2022 is gonna be a thick one.